My precious child, pause right here, right now. Put everything down, still your hands. Draw a slow breath in and let it out gently. Again, I am here. You did not find these words by chance. I guided your steps to this exact moment because your home and your heart have been carrying something unseen, and tonight I am visiting you with purpose. Listen closely. Do not rush past this. Do not dismiss this as coincidence. This is an appointment I scheduled long before the heaviness settled in your rooms, long before the late-night sighs and the quiet arguments and the feeling that rest keeps slipping just out of reach. I knew when your spirit would be ready, today, at this very moment. I have watched you try to shake it off by cleaning, by organizing, by adding noise to drown the silent pressure. I saw the way you checked the locks and closed the blinds and still felt unsettled. I heard every whisper spoken when the lights were low, every anxious thought circling the ceiling like a restless bird. My beloved child, the weight you feel is real, but it is not your identity, and it is not your destiny. It has been pressing on your atmosphere, soaking into the corners, riding on words spoken in frustration, hitching itself to old memories that never got a proper goodbye. And I say to you with gentle authority, tonight is not ordinary. Tonight I am here to cleanse what your eyes cannot see. Do not only lock your doors, let me tend to the doorways of your spirit. Do not only silence the world, invite me to silence the storm within. Heaviness thrives in neglect and busyness. It grows in rooms where bitterness is fed and fear is rehearsed. But I am the God who calms storms and restores order. I am not coming to shame you or to scold you for what you didn't know. I am coming to cover you, to correct what has been creeping in unnoticed, to restore what has been leaking out of your home little by little. Joy through small disappointments, tenderness through harsh tones, hope through tired resignations. I come as a father and protector, gentle and firm, here to take back what belongs to peace. Breathe, child. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. This is not a performance. This is a rescue. You have tried to be strong for everyone, to keep the schedule, to keep the smile, to keep the peace on your own. But true peace is not something you hold together by force. It is something I pour into you until it overflows. Your obedience in this moment, to pause, to listen, to follow, will unlock what striving cannot produce. Stay with me to the end. Do not let distraction pull you away. The steps matter. The final ceiling matters. There is a timing to this work, and I have arranged it so that as you move with me, what clings will release, and what's pure will remain. My dear one, I will walk you through this like a loving guide in your own home. We will begin with your breath so your body learns my rhythm of peace. We will move through prayer, not as empty words, but as a reclaiming of spiritual ownership over every room and every threshold. Then we will search for the quiet openings where bitterness and fear have been breathing in and out, unnoticed, patterns, grudges, unhealed memories. We will release the records you've kept, the sentences that still echo in the walls, and forgiveness will close the doors the heaviness has used to return. Then, with your voice synced to mine, we will speak peace again and again until the atmosphere obeys. We will reset what you allow to play in your home. The sights, the sounds, the conversations that either welcome peace or invite turmoil. And finally, I will seal your night watch, so that you can rest without scanning the darkness, because I am the one who keeps watch while you sleep. Do not be afraid of what I will reveal. I expose to heal. I correct to protect. I'm not asking you to excavate your pain alone. I am placing my hand on the exact places that need tending, nothing more, nothing less. I have been protecting you even in the delay, teaching your heart to depend on me, growing roots deep enough to hold peace that lasts. And I say to you now, The delay in this cleansing has been protection, not punishment. But tonight is the turning. Tonight, what felt like fog becomes clear air. Tonight, what felt like a cycle becomes a closed chapter. Your future is secure because I have already written every chapter, and in the chapter before you now, the title over your home is Peace. I call you chosen, not overlooked. I call you mine, not abandoned. I call your home a dwelling of rest, not a battleground of constant tension. You are not too late. You are not too broken. The atmosphere is not too far gone. Where there has been agitation, I am bringing alignment. Where there has been accusation, I am placing a covering. Where there has been confusion, I am restoring clarity. Angels are already taking their positions at the thresholds, even now, ministering spirits assigned to guard what we will reclaim. So make me one promise in this holy interruption. Stay. Guard this window of time. Set aside the list. Silence the unnecessary noise. If a thought tells you to hurry, answer it with obedience. No, I will wait on the Lord. If a memory tries to pull you into shame, answer it with truth. My Father is here to cover and to cleanse. Whisper amen if your heart agrees. Even your whisper shifts the air. My precious child, I will not rush you, but I will lead you. You will not be overwhelmed. You will be held. Within the next few moments, as you listen and breathe, you will sense the first lift, the quiet lifting of burdens you didn't know you were carrying, the soft warmth of my nearness, the steadying of your heartbeat. This is my gift to you, and I delight to give it. But there is order in it, and we begin here at the doorway, acknowledging that tonight is not ordinary. Step with me. Stay present. Do not let fear narrate another night in your home. I am here to restore peace from the inside out, and if you will walk with me from this first breath to the final ceiling, what has hovered will leave, and what is holy will remain. Now, breathe again. Listen. We will name the weight without panic, and then we will move it out together. My precious child, now we name what has been pressing on the air, without letting panic lead your heart. Breathe again. I am here. The heaviness is real, but it is not who you are, and it is not who your home is. It is something that has gathered like dust in corners and like fog after rain. You will not be blamed. You will be understood. You will not be shamed. You will be steadied. Listen closely as I put language to what you have felt but could not quite name. You have noticed the unexplained tension, how a simple question becomes a sharp exchange, how a room that once felt open and easy now carries an edge. You have known restless sleep, waking at hours you do not prefer, tossing under blankets that cannot settle you, eyes open to a ceiling that feels heavy with thoughts. You have felt irritability rise without a clear cause, the sudden arguments that erupt over matters too small to cost this much peace. You have moved through days with a mental fog, like walking through a house with lights on but shades drawn, and you cannot find the switch that makes everything bright again. You have felt dread at night, a pressure in your chest when the sun goes down, a scanning of the dark as if something is waiting. You have felt watched or rushed, like time is driving you with a stern hand, like there is an unseen audience measuring your every movement. You have heard the quiet sighs, sensed the subtle flinch in the hall, noticed the way laughter has thinned. You have seen the energy drain from the ones you love, even in moments that are supposed to be restful. My beloved child, I saw what happened behind closed doors. Every sharp word spoken when the day felt too heavy, every silent cry into a pillow so no one would hear, every moment you smiled while feeling unsafe inside. I watched you carry conversations in your head after everyone had fallen asleep, replaying them, rewriting them, wishing you could pull words back out of the air. I saw you swallow pain to keep the day moving. I noticed the apologies you made for things that were not all your fault, the compromises you chose because confrontation felt too costly. the secret bracing of your shoulders when footsteps came down the hallway. I counted every tear that you wiped before anyone could see, every deep breath you took in the kitchen to keep from breaking, every whisper you sent my way when you were too tired for a full prayer. I never turned away, not even once, and I tell you now, I did not miss a single detail of how your home has been carrying the weight. Child, hear me with gentleness. Not everything is a demon you must fight. Some of this heaviness is the residue of unprocessed grief, the losses you minimized so you could show up again tomorrow. Some of it is unresolved conflict, the conversations left half-healed that keep echoing, asking for closure. Some is fear looping through the same corridors, what-ifs circling the ceiling until your peace thins. Some is the echo of what was spoken in anger, sentences that splashed against the walls and dried there like stains you stopped noticing. Some is simple exhaustion in your body and mind, your nervous system carrying a load it was not meant to carry alone. I am not here to sensationalize your struggle. I am here to name it accurately so we can move it out precisely. When you see it clearly, you will not fear it. When you call it by its right name, it will lose the power that comes from being unnamed. There is also an enemy who studies your rhythms and looks for open windows. His strategy is not always loud. Often it is subtle and cumulative. Anything that steals your peace, fragments your focus, or chills your love is not from me. Do not normalize what I came to heal. Heaviness tries to talk you into believing that tension is just how families are, that dread is just the price of adulthood, that scanning the dark is just wisdom, that sharp tones are necessary to be heard. It tries to make hypervigilance feel like responsibility and numbness feel like stability. It whispers, "This is permanent, this is you, this is your home now." But I say with authority, no. Your home is not a training ground for fear. It is a dwelling of rest. Your voice does not have to harden to be effective. When aligned with mine, it carries a peace that commands respect. Your watchfulness does not have to devour your sleep. I keep watch when you lay down. My dear one, let me reframe what you have been experiencing. The weight you feel is not a verdict. It is a buildup. Think of it like smoke that lingers after a small kitchen fire, like fine dust that settles after weeks of busy living, like a draft that sneaks under a door left slightly ajar. None of these are unbreakable. They are addressed by opening windows to fresh air, by cleaning what has collected, by closing what has been left open. Tonight we will do this in the Spirit, through breath that calms your body, through prayer that reclaims spiritual ownership, through forgiveness that closes doors, and through spoken peace that resets the atmosphere. We will not thrash. We will not rush. We will move with calm authority, and the heaviness will yield. Listen to me. I am not here to accuse you of neglect. I am here to teach you how to keep what you love. I correct to protect. I name to free. I am strong enough for both of us, for you and for the one sharing your roof, for you and for the child who has been waking afraid, for you and for the family member who withdraws when voices rise. You are not too late, not too messy, not too tired. If you feel tired, all the more reason to lean into my strength. I am the steady in this moment, and I am not asking you to perform, only to agree. Notice how certain hours carry more weight. Notice how certain corners feel colder in spirit. Notice the topics that always inflame rather than resolve, the media that leaves a chill rather than a lift, the hurried tone that enters when schedules press too tight. None of this is meant to shame you. It is meant to show you where we will attend. When you can say, "This dread is not my identity, it is a signal," you take the first piece of ground back. When you can say, "This irritability is not who I am, it is a residue," you refuse the lie that this is your new normal. When you can say, "These echoes are not my future, They are words that need washing. You partner with me in cleansing. My precious child, let your shoulders lower again. Breathe slow and steady. I am here and I am not rushing you. Even now, as we name these things, I am lifting some of what you have been carrying. Feel the slight unclenching. Feel the temperature of the room soften. This is what happens when truth enters without accusation. This is what happens when a father steps in to oversee what felt too big. You do not have to be on the defensive. You are under my defense. And now, hold this decision in your heart. You will not agree with heaviness about yourself or your home. You will not call permanent what I call temporary. You will not call identity what I call residue. Say it quietly if you wish. This heaviness is not me. My home belongs to the Lord. Even your whisper shifts the air because it aligns you with me. We will address the open windows. We will release the words that dried on the walls. We will slow the rush that has been driving the household tempo. We will reclaim your thresholds with peace. Child, lift your chin. I am here as your protector and your healer. You have not missed your moment. You have arrived at it. The enemy will not script another night for you. I am writing this one. Calm authority will be your portion in this process. Mercy will be the tone. Strength will be the outcome. Before we move to prayer, let me bless you with this assurance. You are covered. You are guided. You are not alone. I have already begun. Now breathe again and be ready, gently, firmly. We will welcome me into every room, and the atmosphere will begin to obey. My precious child, we begin at the simplest doorway, the breath I placed in you. Do not overlook this. Peace starts in your breath. When you settle, you can speak with authority instead of fear. Let me lead you. Place both feet on the ground. Unclench your jaw. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. Loosen your hands. Your body has been bracing as if war lives in your bones. But hear me, the war is not in your body tonight. Let your posture tell your soul the truth. Safe, covered, guided. Breathe, child. Inhale slowly through your nose like you are receiving me. Count to 4 with me if it helps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that gentleness for just a moment. 2. And now exhale slower than you inhaled through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale and with it receive my peace filling your lungs, steadying your heart. Hold it, not with tension but with trust. Exhale and release dread. Let it drain like air leaving an overinflated balloon, like fog loosening off the ground. One more time. Inhale my peace, hold. Exhale the rush, the scanning, the what-ifs. Let them go. Listen closely to me as you breathe. Your body has been signaling danger even when you were safe. Shallow breaths, tight shoulders, clenched jaw. These are alarms your nervous system has been ringing. And when alarms blare, words are sharpened, patience thins, and small annoyances feel like threats. Panic makes you reactive, peace makes you discerning. Your home cannot settle while your body is on alert. So I am here right now to regulate the very rhythm of your being, to return you to the cadence of trust. Breathe again, slower in, slower out. With every exhale, tell your system the truth. We are not in danger. The Father is here. My beloved child, I am in this room with you. I am in the hallway you avoid at night. I am in the quiet where the echoes used to rise. No corner of your home is hidden from my presence. I am at the thresholds, the door frames, the kitchen where voices got tight, the bedroom where sleep has been thin. I am near your chair right now, closer than your own breath. Let that reality cradle you. Inhale, receive me. Exhale, release what is not me. Place one hand over your heart, if you can, and one over your belly. Feel the movement. Notice how the breath expands where fear had made you small. Let your breath grow gentle and deep, not forced, not dramatic, just steady. I am not demanding performance. I am restoring your baseline. Child, whisper with me on the inhale, I receive your peace. On the exhale, whisper, I release dread. Again, I receive your peace. I release dread. Again, I receive your peace. I release dread. Even your whisper shifts the air because it agrees with truth. Now soften your gaze or close your eyes if it's safe to do so. Scan your face with kindness. Release the tiny muscles around your eyes. Unlock your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Let your shoulders sink a fraction deeper. Uncurl your toes. Allow your hands to open, palms up, like a child waiting to be given what is already theirs. This posture is not theatrics, it is a signal. It tells your soul and your body that striving can sit down, that control can unclench, that you are under my defense, not under the demand to hold everything together alone. Breathe. Inhale, receive my kindness. Exhale, release accusation against yourself, against those under your roof. Inhale, receive my steadiness. Exhale, release hurry. Inhale, receive my belonging. Exhale, release the need to prove. Stay right here. Do not rush. I am working in the quiet, stretching the cramped places, soothing the overstimulated places, inviting your heart to stop scanning every shadow for danger. I keep watch. I do not sleep. Let your watchfulness rest in mine. Child, I want you to feel this difference inside your body. When fear leads, your voice wobbles or hardens, and your words land like pebbles thrown at windows. When peace leads, your voice carries weight without volume. It directs without piercing. It commands without crushing. Calm is not weakness. It is authority returned to its rightful owner. This is why we begin with breath. I am preparing you to speak so that the atmosphere obeys. If we skip this, you will pray from panic and wonder why nothing changes. But when you are settled in me, your words row in the current of my spirit, and even stubborn heaviness yields. Hear me say this with tenderness. You are safe right now. You do not have to brace for the next interruption, the next raised voice, the next invisible test. I am with you. I guided your steps here because your heart is ready to learn a new reflex, peace first, then speech. And as you practice, your nervous system will learn to come to me instead of spiraling. This is not just for tonight. This is how we build a home that keeps peace alive. Let the breath continue like an anchor. Inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6. If tears come, let them. They are not weakness, they are release. If a sigh rises, let it leave you. I am catching what leaves. I am exchanging it for what lasts. And while you breathe, listen to me blessing your body. Be still, dear one. Be warm again. Be unguarded in my presence. The storm does not own this room. The pressure does not own this hallway. I do. And where I rule, peace is not a visitor. It is a resident. Now, as your breath steadies, notice the room again. Feel the chair underneath you. Hear the small sounds around you without assigning them danger. Let your eyes open if they were closed. You will carry this breath from room to room, but first, anchor this truth. You do not need to rush to fix. You need to remain to receive. Your obedience in this small practice unlocks what striving could not. In a moment, we will pray, not as a performance, not as a string of perfect phrases, but as a reclaiming of what already belongs to me. We will go to the doorways and invite my rule again with calm authority. But we go there different than we came. Settled, covered, breathing with me. Say yes in your heart to this order. Peace first, then words. Breathe one more time with me. Inhale, I receive your peace. Exhale, I release dread. Good. Now, with this steadying planted deep, take my hand. We will move to prayer. and the atmosphere will begin to obey. My precious child, take my hand. We are not rushing. We are not performing. We are reclaiming what is already mine by simple, steady agreement. Prayer, in this moment, is not about volume. It is about alignment. Light does not argue with darkness. It arrives, and darkness has to go. So breathe with me once more and come to the first threshold. If you can stand at the entryway, do so. If not, picture it clearly. I am there with you, nearer than your breath. At the doorway, we establish authority. This threshold is a gate, and gates answer to the one who owns the house. Speak with me, calmly, clearly. This home belongs to God. Peace lives here. Fear cannot stay. Confusion must leave. Again, child, this home belongs to God. I welcome your rule, Lord, over this threshold. I close the door to strife, to accusation, to dread. I open the door to your presence, to your wisdom, to your rest. Now place your hand lightly on the frame, if you can, and whisper, "Be set apart for the Lord." Angels, take your post at this doorway. In Jesus' name, I am sending them even now, ministering spirits stationed to watch what goes in and what goes out. You are not alone at the door. Now move with me into the living spaces, the room where you gather, the couch where conversations spill, the floor where laughter and tension have taken turns. Child, we consecrate the air here. Speak with me. Peace lives here. Kindness is our language. The tone of this room will be gentle and firm, not sharp and fearful. Where sarcasm cut, let honor mend. Where contempt chilled, let warmth return. Where comparisons were made, let celebration take their place. I bless the fellowship that happens here, every conversation seasoned with grace, every disagreement carried with dignity, every story told without shame. Say it again with me. Peace lives here. Fear cannot stay. Confusion must leave. I align this room with heaven's order, truth with tenderness, correction with covering, joy that does not require pretending. I am placing angels at the corners, quiet and watchful, to guard your gathering. Now the kitchen, beloved, the place of provision, of daily bread, of hurried mornings and late-night snacks that tried to soothe what only I can. Put your hand near the table or picture the stove and the sink and pray with me. The Lord is our provider. This home is not ruled by scarcity or panic. Gratitude will flavor our meals. No fear sits at our table. Where worry about bills snuck into the cupboard, I remove it. Where body shame stood at the mirror on the fridge, I silence it with honor for the bodies I have made. May this table become a place of blessing and honest conversation, not a battlefield of silent punishments or raised voices. Speak it again. This home belongs to God. Peace lives here. Provision is enough because I am enough. I bless the hands that cook. I bless the ones who clean. I bless the quiet snacks at midnight with comfort that truly comforts. And I station angels here, too, guarding the coming and going of daily needs. Now to the bedrooms, dear one, the rooms meant for rest, for healing sleep, for covenant tenderness, for solitude that restores. Stand at the threshold or imagine the bed. Pray with me slowly. I lay down in peace, and I am kept. Night terrors, go. Endless scrolling, settle. Racing thoughts, be stilled under the hand of the Lord. Over the marriage bed, I speak honor, gentleness, trust restored where it has been strained. Over the single bed, I speak wholeness and contentment, protection from loneliness that lies. Over every pillow, I place my peace. Over every blanket, my warmth. Tell your heart the truth. The Father keeps watch while we sleep. I assign angels to the head and foot of these beds. I station my presence like a nightlight that does not fade. You do not have to scan the dark. Child, say it one more time in a whisper that matters. Peace lives here. Fear cannot stay. Confusion must leave. Now the bathroom, the humble sanctuary of cleansing, where water does what it was made to do. Place a hand over the doorframe if you can, and pray with me. Let this be a place of washing without shame. As water runs, let heaviness drain. Let the mirror tell the truth under my kindness, not the lies of comparison or self-hatred. I bless these bodies, every scar, every stretch, every strand of hair, fearfully and wonderfully made. Where secrecy has tried to linger, I bring light that is gentle and pure. Say it with me. Shame, you have no room here. I am washed. What clings must go. I consecrate even the ordinary, towels, toothbrushes, the daily routines, to be reminders that I cleanse, I renew, I make all things new. Angels are not repelled by small rooms. They stand guard here with quiet strength. Now the children's spaces, bedrooms, play corners, study desks, the places where imagination blooms and questions sprout. My precious child, speak my covering aloud. These little ones are mine. Their dreams are covered. Their learning is blessed. Their sleep is deep and unafraid. I silence whispers of fear that come at night. I bless their friendships to be kind and wise. I bless the discipline in this room to be firm but not harsh, consistent and rooted in love. Say it again, peace lives here. Fear cannot stay. Confusion must leave. I place angels beside their beds, at their doors, over their toys and books. Let play be holy joy. Let correction be guidance, not shame. I call them chosen, loved, and protected. Now the workspace, the desk, the corner, the kitchen table that becomes a command center, the screen that calls loudly. Put your hand on the chair where you work, or picture the device that holds your tasks. Speak with me. Order replaces chaos. Focus with favor covers me. Frantic striving yields to steady grace. I break agreement with burnout and with worth measured only by output. I welcome wisdom for emails, gentleness in meetings, boundaries that honor family and rest. Over the screens, I pray a filter of peace. What disturbs without edifying will not take root here. Say it one more time. This home belongs to God. Peace lives here. Fear cannot stay. Confusion must leave. I assign angels to the thresholds of your digital gates, guarding what enters your eyes and ears while you work. Walk with me, if you can, down the hallways, the arteries of your home. Speak over them. Let these halls carry peace like a river moving from room to room. May footsteps here be soft with mutual respect. Where voices once rose, let them now be measured and kind. Open closets in your heart where you have stored old words, and as we pass by actual closets, bless them too. No hidden mold of memory will sour the air. Light fills even the tucked-away places. Windows, be blessed to bring light, but not drafts of dread. Doors, be blessed to open to welcome and close to protect. Child, all of this is alignment, not anxiety. This is ownership, not superstition. You are not trying to control outcomes. You are inviting my order. Listen closely now. You have not had to shout to be heard in the spirit. Your calm agreement with me carries far. You did not beg, you established. You did not panic, you partnered. That is why the air, even now, feels thinner with heaviness and thicker with presence. Angels are indeed taking their stations. I am placing my name over the lintels of your rooms. Where you lay down tonight, I will keep watch. Where a child sighs in sleep, I will gather that sound and turn it into rest. Where your heart startles at 3 a.m., I will meet you with the reminder, I am here. Peace is not a rare visitor. It is the new resident because I rule here. Say these anchor phrases with me again, across this whole home, room by room in your mind. This home belongs to God. Peace lives here. Fear cannot stay. Confusion must leave. The Lord stands watch. Angels guard our rest. We are not alone in the night. Let the words be simple and steady. Let them be seeds that root deep. Feel how your breath remains slow as you speak. This is the sign that you are praying from peace, not panic. My beloved child, prayer has opened the front door to my reign again. The atmosphere has heard your agreement and is yielding, but hear me with the kindness and clarity you have come to expect. There is a hidden hinge we must attend. Doors can be wide open to my peace, and yet windows left cracked will keep feeding a draft. Unforgiveness is such a window, quiet, persistent, letting the chill slip back in even after warmth arrives. In a moment, we will find those openings, not to accuse you, but to close what heaviness has been breathing through. You will not do it alone. I will put my hand on exactly what needs releasing, nothing more, nothing less. For now, breathe again. Stand in the middle of your home and let this truth settle. Ownership has been reclaimed. Alignment has begun. Peace has a place to stay. And as we address forgiveness next, the windows will finally close and your home will exhale completely. My precious child, now we turn toward the quiet places, the subtle openings where heaviness has been slipping back in, like a draft you barely notice until you shiver. Do not brace. Do not accuse yourself. We are not hunting for shame. We are locating simple cracks so we can close them together. Remember what I told you. Doors can be wide open to peace, and yet windows left cracked will continue to feed the chill. I am here to put my hand on the frame with you. Listen closely. Unresolved arguments are one such window. I saw the night you went to bed hurt, not wanting to escalate, telling yourself it was not worth another round. Your pillow knew the words you swallowed. Your chest carried the conversation you rehearsed at 2 a.m. I saw the apology you never received and the apology you meant to offer, but got lost in the day. Each unfinished conversation hangs like a curtain that lets cold air leak through. This is not about reliving the fight. This is about acknowledging that something true needs tending, so the window can close and the room can warm again. Sarcasm is a window, too, thin laughter with a sharp edge. It dresses pain in humor so you can say it without fully saying it. I heard the jokes that were actually jabs, the small remarks that told the truth in a way that hid you. Sarcasm looks safe because it makes others laugh, but it leaves the air thinner afterward. It teaches the house to flinch. My child, I know why you learned it. It felt like armor. It felt like a way to be heard without risking tenderness. But armor that never comes off becomes a draft that never stops. We will close this without condemning you. Contempt is a wider, colder window. I have seen the eye rolls that say more than your words, the sighs that land like verdicts, the quiet disdain you hide under efficiency. I know where it came from. Disappointments layered over time, expectations unmet, hope deferred until it felt safer to look down than to look open. Contempt shields the heart from heartbreak by hardening it, but a hardened heart chills the whole house. I am not here to embarrass you. I am here to free you from a posture that costs more than it protects. Old heartbreaks are windows that never latched. Remember that season you decided, I won't need like that again? I was there. I watched you collect your pieces and keep moving. Your survival was brave. I honor it, but survival vows can become spiritual leaks when they are never surrendered. I don't need anyone. I'll never let someone close again. I'll handle it alone. These sentences kept out certain pains. Yes, but they also kept out warmth. Tonight we will let me hold those vows so your house can breathe right. Betrayal replays open a window with every loop. I saw you staring at the ceiling, remembering exact words, exact expressions, the timestamp of the message that changed everything. The mind replays to protect, to prevent, to predict, but it ends up projecting that old moment onto new days. Each replay props the window a bit wider. I am not asking you to forget. I am inviting you to stop feeding the memory with fresh fear. I will guard you better than your rehearsals do. Secret shame is a hidden window tucked behind a piece of furniture in the soul. It does not always look like scandal. Often it looks like small, persistent self-accusations you keep on a shelf no one sees. I heard the sentence you keep saying to yourself in the mirror, "You're too much. You're not enough. You always mess it up." If they knew. That whisper invites a draft into every room because shame makes you hide from love. And when you hide from love, warmth cannot stay. I saw it. I never turned away. I call you clean when you stand with me. Tonight we will name what shame says and close that window with truth. Constant complaint is a window that chatters in the wind. I know the weariness that gives it birth. You have carried more than most saw. You have stretched tight budgets, picked up the slack, kept schedules from collapsing, and somewhere along the way, complaint felt like companionship, a way to not be alone in the burden. But complaint rehearses lack until it becomes the house's soundtrack, and the atmosphere bends to it. Gratitude is not denial. It is a sealant. It closes the seams complaint keeps open. Entertainment that agitates the spirit is a window left open to noise storms. I watched the shows you turned on to numb the day. I saw the images that left your body buzzing rather than resting. I am not scolding you. I am shepherding you. Certain sounds, certain stories, certain beats carry a charge that keeps fear humming under the floorboards. You felt it, the sleeplessness after the binge, the edgy tone the next morning. This is not about legalism. It is about atmosphere stewardship. What you allow to play will choose what stays. We will learn to choose peace. My beloved child, none of this is to blame your family or to turn you against your own home. This is not a witch hunt. This is wisdom. We are marking the places where wind enters so we can close them with calm authority. Your survival strategies were once mercies that helped you endure. I honor your endurance. I honor the way you kept going when you weren't sure you could. But hear me, what helped you survive can hinder your peace if it keeps running the house. We will thank those reflexes and then retire them under my care. I saw the evening you decided not to bring it up because the kids were listening. I saw the text you typed and deleted 6 times. I saw the cabinet door closed a little harder than normal. I saw the long drive taken just to cry where no one would ask. I saw the list you keep in your head of every time they didn't see you, and the list you keep of your own failures so you wouldn't be surprised when others notice. I saw the way you joke about being the problem so no one else can blame you first. I never despised you for any of it. I covered you. I kept you. I waited until tonight to say, with kindness and clarity, we can close these windows now. Do not fear this inventory. You are not on trial. You are being trained. You are learning to steward what you love. Peace cannot remain where bitterness is still being fed by replays, by sarcasm, by contempt, by complaint, by secret vows, by agitating soundtracks. But when the feeding stops, the heaviness starves. When the window closes, the room warms. Your laughter changes timbre. Your sleep deepens. Your voice softens without losing strength. Listen carefully. You cannot command peace in the room while you are still holding war in the heart. Even right decrees lose weight when the heart clutches a record of wrongs. This is not about excusing harm. This is not about calling evil good. This is about refusing to let what hurt you keep ruling your air. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is unhooking. It is transferring the case from your courtroom to mine. It is closing the window that the draft has used. Breathe once more with me. In, receive my tenderness. Out, release the need to rehearse. Put your hand over your heart. Whisper with me, even if your voice trembles. I want peace to stay. I am willing to close what has been open. I will not feed the chill. Good. I felt the shift. In a moment we will release the record, not to dismiss your pain, but to end its dominion. I will be with you in every name you speak, in every memory you set down. I am strong enough for both of us. Your obedience in this next step will unlock what you have longed to feel in these rooms. Come, child, we will forgive, not to excuse, but to be free. My precious child, come close. We will do this together. The heaviness has kept its grip by holding a record. Every word, every offense, every unfinished conversation, and you have preserved that record because you thought it was the only way to stay safe, to stay wise, to stay prepared. Listen closely. I am your safety. I am your wisdom. I am your preparation. Tonight, with mercy and authority, we will release the record. This is not minimizing the harm. This is refusing to be chained to it. My child, you will not carry what I never asked you to hold. I saw what happened. I heard what was said and what was withheld. I know the promises that were made and broken, the appointments they didn't keep, the moments you needed tenderness and received sarcasm instead. I saw the betrayal, the neglect, the carelessness, the impatience, the quiet cruelty, and the loud misunderstanding. I am not blind, and I am not indifferent. Justice is not forgotten with me. It is perfectly kept. Forgiveness is not you pretending it was small. Forgiveness is you letting me be judge, so your heart can come home to peace. Breathe, child. Put your hand over your heart. Whisper this truth with me. I release what is not mine to carry. I entrust what is too heavy for me to hold. Good. Now we will move step by step. We will not rush. We will not drown. I will hold you while you name what still echoes in these walls. First, name the one who comes to mind. Do it quietly. You do not need to speak loud. Whisper their name or the situation. Father, mother, spouse, friend, boss, church, school, that season, that day, that night. If a final name will not come, describe them to me. I know exactly who you mean. Let your breath stay slow. I am here. Now acknowledge the pain without performance. You can say, "It hurt me when," and finish the sentence. You can say, "I needed and I didn't get it." You can say, "I was confused, I was scared, I was angry." Describe it as it was, not as you wish it had been. Your honesty honors your heart, and I am not afraid of it. I heard every word and saw every tear, and now you are letting me hear it from your own mouth. This is holy. Now release the right to revenge. This is the hinge that closes the window. Say with me, even if your voice shakes, I release my right to make them pay. I lay down the demand to be their judge, their jury, and their jailer. I transfer this case to your courtroom, Lord. You are just and you are kind. You will not forget me. You will not abandon what is right. I refuse to rehearse this harm as my protection. I choose your protection now. Let that sit for a moment. Feel the way your jaw loosens. Your shoulders drop another inch. You are not dropping discernment. You are dropping the gavel. I am strong enough to hold what you hand me. I am wise enough to handle what you release. Where you have been on watch in the night, I take the watch. Where your mind has circled the same block of memory, I set a boundary around it and say, "Enough for tonight." Now ask me to heal what was torn. Say in your own words or borrow mine, "Jesus, place your hand where the rip is. Mend the trust that broke. Soothe the fear that stayed. Pull out the splinters of words that went too deep. Stitch me with gentleness. Restore the places in me that forgot how to be warm. Where my reflex turned hard, make me soft without making me unsafe. Where my hope dimmed, relight it under your guard. My beloved child, as you pray this, I am already moving. I am touching the memory you think will always sting and removing the hook so it cannot snag your joy tomorrow. I am rewiring the reflex that prepares for attack when none is coming. I am pouring oil on the squeaky hinge in your chest that groans every time a certain topic arises. I am not asking you to forget. I am giving you freedom to remember without reliving. Now bless your own future. This is not about them. This is about you. Speak with me. I bless my sleep to be deep and unafraid. I bless my laughter to return with fullness. I bless my conversations to be honest and kind. I bless my home to carry peace that does not leave when the day is hard. I bless my decisions to be wise and my boundaries to be healthy. I bless my future to be brighter than my yesterday, not because the past is erased, but because you are with me. We will do this with more than one name. If another person rises, take them through the same steps. Name them. Acknowledge the pain. Release the right to revenge. Ask me to heal. Bless your future. If you need to pause and breathe, do so. If tears fall, let them. They are not weakness. They are the water that softens old mortar so the wall can be rebuilt with new stones. I am catching every tear. None are wasted. Child, we must also address the one you keep the harshest record against, yourself. I saw the way you replayed your own mistakes with more intensity than you replayed others. I heard the names you called yourself in the mirror. I watched you carry penalties that were never yours to pay. You judged yourself for what you didn't know when you didn't know it. You blamed yourself for not being able to predict pain. You shamed yourself for coping in ways that kept you alive when gentler tools were not yet in your hand. Hear me. I do not condemn you. I am not embarrassed by you. I am not surprised by you. My child, forgive yourself. Say it gently. I forgive myself for what I didn't know then. I forgive myself for tolerating more than I should have while I was afraid. I forgive myself for words I said from pain and for silences I kept from fear. I forgive myself for repeating patterns I learned in survival. I release the accusation that I am always the problem. I receive your compassion, Lord. I receive your cleansing where I have carried shame like a fog. I accept the mercy you have already extended. I will not be my own jailer anymore. Let that mercy settle. I am washing the mirror in your heart, so when you look at yourself, you see what I see. Chosen, loved, being restored. I call you mine. I call you clean. I call you learning, growing, ready. The record you kept against yourself is being shredded in my hands. I am not saving a copy for later use. When I say forgiven, I mean liberated. Now, a tender corrective. Forgiveness and wisdom can live together. This does not require you to give the same access to someone who has not yet learned to be safe. This does not erase boundaries that protect what is precious. You can forgive fully and still say no. You can bless and still choose distance. You can release the record and still require truth, repentance, and changed behavior for deeper trust. Forgiveness is what closes the door to bitterness. Boundaries are what keep the door from being kicked in. I will counsel you in both. You do not have to figure it out alone. There are also places where you held me at a distance because you felt I was late or silent or too hard to understand. Bring that to me. Say it plainly. Lord, I release my offense at you. I give you back the questions I weaponized against myself. I trust that your delay was protection, that your no was kindness, that your silence was not abandonment, but training. I do not need to punish you with my distance. I draw near again. Breathe, child. Do you feel the way the room is different? The air is not arguing with your words anymore. The echo has quieted because the case files have been moved out of your hands into mine. The window that let in the chill is closing, click by click, and the warmth is stabilizing. Forgiveness closes the door the heaviness has used. When you release the record, your home can finally exhale. Now, I want you to give me the record in a simple gesture. If you can, open your hands like you are holding a stack of pages. Picture the names, the scenes, the self-accusations, the verdicts. Hand them up to me. Whisper, I release this record. I will not log new entries. I choose your ledger of mercy over my ledger of pain. I choose life. Let your hands lower, empty. Feel what it is like to be unburdened. This is not pretend. This is a transfer in the spirit that changes the atmosphere in your home. Listen carefully, because your heart has released. Your mouth can now speak without contradiction. This is authority. Before, when you tried to command peace while clutching war, your words worked against themselves. Now, your inner agreement and your outer declarations will row in the same direction. This is why I asked you to forgive, not to excuse evil, but to end its power to rule your air. Your obedience in this moment unlocks the miracles I have prepared for your house. There may be repairs to make, conversations to have, amends to offer. Move in wisdom, not in haste. I will time the conversations. I will give you the words. But even before those moments arrive, the spiritual climate has shifted. The walls are not humming with old accusations. The floors are not holding those footsteps of dread. Angels have noted the closing of this window and have sealed it with my peace. My beloved child, feel the relief and let it be holy. You did not earn this by effort. You received it by agreement. Keep the agreement alive. When the memory tries to pick the lock, respond gently and firmly. I have released that record to God. I will not try the case again. When accusation against yourself creeps in before bed, speak softly. Mercy covers me. I am learning. I am loved. When fear suggests that forgiveness makes you weak, answer it with truth. Forgiveness makes me free, and wisdom makes me safe. In a moment, we will use your voice like a key. We will speak peace until the atmosphere obeys, and it will obey because your heart is no longer split. But for one breath more, stay here with me. Let the quiet expand. Let the room exhale. Let your soul register the difference. You are lighter. Your home is warmer. The draft has been stopped. I am here, and I will keep what you have surrendered. Now, child, when you are ready, we will step into authority and let your voice carry what your heart now holds. Peace that stays. My precious child, lift your chin and feel the steadiness I have placed inside you. Your heart and your mouth are no longer at war. Your inner agreement and your outer words are ready to walk together. Hear me. Your voice is a spiritual key. When you speak peace with me, the atmosphere begins to obey. I authored sound to shape worlds. I crafted your tongue to plant life. Life and death sit in the power of the tongue, and what you repeatedly declare becomes the climate your household breathes. You have used your breath to release. Now you will use your breath to establish. Listen closely. This is not performance. This is partnership. You are not pretending that nothing ever hurt. You are proclaiming that hurt no longer has governance. Authority is not strain or volume. It is alignment. Whispered truth shifts air more than shouted fear. If tears still visit, let them come. Tears do not cancel authority. If your hands tremble, place them on the frame anyway. Courage grows as you practice. Tonight, we practice. We will do a threshold practice because entry points remember what they permit. Anxiety often rises where doors open and where heads lay. We will speak at the front door, we will speak at bedroom doors, and every word will be steady, simple, and sure. Put your hand upon your chest once more. Breathe in my peace. Breathe out any residue of dread. Good. Now move, if you can, toward your front door. If you cannot move right now, picture it clearly. Your words still travel. Place a hand on the handle or the frame. This belongs to me. Say with me, line by line. Let your voice be clear. This threshold belongs to the Lord. Peace lives here. Love speaks here. Rest covers this house. Fear cannot stay. Confusion must go. Division is broken. Strife, you may not cross this line. Anxiety, you have no access. Shame has no lease in this place. Hope holds the deed to this home. Kindness is the language of these rooms. Joy is welcomed and guarded. Mercy sits at our table. Truth and tenderness walk our halls. Angels stand watch at this door. Let the words hang, then breathe. Feel the frame under your palm. It is remembering the decree. You are not fighting flesh and blood. You are training an atmosphere. If a memory of an argument at this door rises, speak redemption over it. I cancel every harsh word spoken here. I bless this entry with gentle greetings and safe returns. Where doors once slammed, now hearts will open with honor. Good. This is atmosphere stewardship. Now walk with me to the bedroom door. Yours first, then others as you are able and led. Place your hand on the frame, then upon the mattress or the pillow, where worry used to rehearse at night. We will speak to the place where your mind once scanned the darkness. Say with me, this room is a sanctuary of rest. Sleep comes easily and stays sweet. Nightmares are silenced. Racing thoughts are calmed. My body unwinds under the kindness of God. My mind rests under the covering of peace. The watch belongs to the Lord. I surrender it. I will not scan the darkness. I will sleep in the light of His care. Morning will meet me with new mercy. No replay, no regret, no recrimination is welcome here. Forgiveness has closed the window. Warmth remains. If you share this room with another, bless them without controlling them. Say, I bless the one who sleeps beside me. I speak peace to their nervous system, hope to their dreams, patience to their process. We are not enemies, we are under peace. Where disagreements have echoed, let laughter and honest tenderness return. Feel the shift as you speak. Soft does not mean small. Soft can be sovereign. Now, my beloved child, let us give you a short set of keys you can use anywhere, anytime. These are not magic phrases, they are agreements with me. Speak them in the morning, over meals, in the hallway when tension rises, in the car before you walk in the bathroom when you need a reset. Repeat after me, steady and sure. Peace lives here. Love speaks here. Rest covers this house. Fear cannot stay. Confusion must go. Division is broken. Hope is rising. Kindness leads our words. Wisdom orders our steps. Provision flows without fear. Forgiveness keeps the air warm. We choose life with our tongues. Say them again, slower. Let your voice teach the walls. Say them a third time, even softer. Let your heart register that your mouth is no longer renting space to dread. Return to them whenever you feel a draft trying to creep back in. Speak until the air agrees. Speak until your jaw unclenches. Speak until your body remembers that you are safe in me. If you stumble later and speak out of anger, do not spiral. Authority is not perfection. Authority is quick correction. Immediately revoke the agreement you made with harshness. Say, I cancel those words in Jesus' name. I call back any arrow I released. I bless where I cursed. I sow peace again. Then plant a better sentence. Practice this in front of your family if needed. Humility mends atmosphere faster than pride ever can. Your obedience in these quick repairs will shorten the storm and lengthen the calm. Child, do not aim your decrees at people. Aim them at the heaviness. Bless people. Confront the darkness. Say, we are not each other's enemy, rather than, you are the problem. Say, our home is a refuge, rather than, you always bring chaos. The tongue can build a bridge or burn it. Choose bricks of blessing. Choose mortar of mercy. Choose beams of truth wrapped in gentleness. Your words will become the furniture your family rests on. Some of you wonder, what if I don't feel it yet? Hear me. Feelings often trail declarations like children following a parent home. Lead with your voice and your feelings will learn the route. Authority is not pretending you are not tired. Authority is refusing to enthrone your tiredness. You can say, I feel weary, but I speak peace. And the atmosphere will answer to your spirit's alignment, not your body's fatigue. I am strong enough for both of us. Now return to the center of your home. If you have oil, place a small touch on the doorframe or the table. If you do not, your hand is enough. I sanctify your touch. Speak a house-wide decree with me. This house belongs to the Lord. Every room is under His peace. Every conversation bends toward honor. Every decision is guided by wisdom. Every screen submits to purity. Every schedule yields to rest. Every night ends in gratitude. Every morning begins with mercy. The past cannot dictate this atmosphere. The future is welcomed with hope. The present is filled with the presence of God. Let the silence after these words be part of the practice. Silence is not emptiness. It is the floor where peace sets its weight. Breathe. Feel the air comply. The heaviness is learning it no longer has tenancy here. I am enforcing what you speak when you speak with me. Angels note every threshold marked, every bed blessed, every careless word revoked, every peace sentence planted. Heaven partners with humble mouths. This will grow with repetition. Set small rhythms. At the door when you return, peace lives here. At the sink, kindness leads our words. In the hallway after conflict, I cancel harshness, I sow gentleness. Before sleep, the watch belongs to the Lord. I rest. Upon waking, new mercy meets this home. These are not chores. They are choices that keep windows sealed and doors guarded. You are not trying to earn serenity. You are tending it. And hear this gentle bridge, my child. What you speak sets the air, and what you let play sustains it. You have begun to command the climate with your voice. Next, we will cleanse the sound and the sight that have been sending mixed weather into your rooms. Words launched in anger, lyrics soaked in fear, shows laden with turmoil. These have trained your nervous system to brace. We will retrain it by curating what you allow to echo. But you are not behind. You are ahead because you have agreed with me tonight. For now, finish with this sealing whisper over your home. Walk to the main doorway one more time, lay a hand there, and speak. Peace lives here, by covenant, not by chance. Love speaks here, on purpose, not on occasion. Rest covers this house, deep, reliable, and guarded. Fear cannot stay, not at the door, not in the night, not in our words. Confusion must go. We choose clarity with kindness. Division is broken. We are not enemies. We are family under God. So let it be in Jesus' name. Stay still for a breath. I am here. I am keeping watch with you. Your voice has turned the key. The atmosphere is learning your authority, because your authority is resting in mine. Soon we will tend the sounds and sights, so what you have spoken tonight becomes what remains. My precious child, listen closely. What you allow to play in your home will shape what stays. Sound and sight are doorways. They disciple your nervous system and train your atmosphere. You have felt the tremor that comes when the news runs like a siren for hours, when violence becomes background entertainment, when lyrics are soaked in rage or lust, when conversations make cynicism sound clever. I am not shaming you. I am showing you the levers. The heaviness learned your rhythms, and now we will retrain them with peace. Do not be afraid of this instruction. I am not taking joy from you. I am removing what agitates you so your soul can rest and your love can breathe. I will not make your house sterile. I will make it safe. I am not policing you. I am protecting you. I am your father, your shepherd, your defender, and I know the sounds that stir storms and the songs that steady hearts. Your obedience in this moment will unlock the stability you have prayed for. Walk with me through your home, in your mind, or with your feet. Pause where speakers sit, where screens glow, where headphones hang, where notifications pile up, where posters and images watch from the walls. Ask a simple question and answer it honestly. Does this carry peace, or does it seed dread? Does this lift honor, or does it normalize contempt? Does this stir gratitude, or does it train complaint? If it feeds fear, rage, lust, or scorn, bless it and release it. Turn it off. Unfollow it. Remove it from the queue. If it must remain for a season, move it out of the center and out of the night. You are not losing freedom. You are choosing a covering. Child, about the news. Be informed, but do not be invaded. Endless alerts invite a drip of panic into your peace. Set a boundary with wisdom. Choose a time to check. Receive what is needed, and then close the gate. Do not let emergencies become your atmosphere. End your evenings with me, not with a report that tenses your jaw. I keep watch. You do not have to. About shows and films. Your heart is not a landfill to process constant violence and degradation. When brutality or humiliation becomes your casual companion, your home learns to brace. Choose stories that humanize, that strengthen hope, that honor dignity. Enjoy laughter that does not require cruelty to be funny. If a scene makes your peace flinch, trust that flinch. You are not delicate, you are discerning. Change the channel, walk away. Soothe your spirit with something clean. About music. Rhythms move the body, but messages mold the soul. If your playlists rehearse revenge, glorify betrayal, sexualize without honor, or keep your anger simmering, they are teaching your walls to echo what I did not write for you. This is not me forbidding your joy. This is me renovating your joy. Trade rage beats for rhythms that breathe. Play worship, yes, but also play quiet instrumentals, piano over rain, strings that slow your heart. Let gentle sound wash the edges off a long day. Let your children hear melodies that do not put war in their mouths. About conversations and commentary. Sarcasm can be a shield, but it slices the air. Constant mockery roasting as default. Clever cynicism that sneers at sincerity. All of it tells your home that tenderness is unsafe. Choose humor that heals, not humor that hardens. Set a family sentence that reframes your culture. We are funny without being cruel. We are honest without being harsh. We critique with solutions, not with contempt. When you notice the tone slip, catch it early. I cancel that harshness. I choose kind clarity. Correction can be clean and calm. I will teach you how. Now, replacement, not just removal. Peace is not merely the absence of noise. It is the presence of alignment. Create a gentle soundtrack for ordinary moments. Soft worship in the kitchen while you chop vegetables. Instrumentals while children do homework. A hymn or a simple chorus sung as you make the bed. Read aloud a psalm-like passage at dusk. Words that remind you, I lead you beside still waters and restore your soul. Speak gratitude out loud at the table. 2 or 3 simple thanks that teach your ears to hear goodness again. Gratitude is not denial. It is training for hope. Designate a peace room if you can, even if it is only a corner of a room. Make simple rules for that space. No screens, no arguments, no scrolling. Only prayer, rest, reading, soft conversation, journaling, art, or simply being. Put a chair there that welcomes you, a blanket that signals comfort, a small lamp that warms without glare, a verse or phrase on the wall that reminds you who you are and whose you are. Peace lives here. Let that room become a teacher the rest of the house imitates. When tension rises, retreat there for 5 minutes and recalibrate. You are not running away. You are choosing to respond from peace instead of from panic. My compassionate child, hear me about your family. You cannot control every heart or every preference under your roof. You do not have to. You can set a tone and keep it steady. Consistent peace becomes a teacher that outlasts resistance. Do not become the loud police of everyone's choices. Become the quiet priest of the house. Model the change. Offer better options without sermons. Curate options that make yes easy. A playlist that soothes. A stack of storybooks that invite. A puzzle on the table that gathers hands. A game that makes laughter safe. When others choose differently, do not despise them. Cover them. Bless them aloud without controlling them. Your calm will invite theirs. Build tiny rhythms that protect your atmosphere. A quiet hour in the evening where phones rest and hearts exhale. A morning start where you let light in, open a window if you can, and greet the day with one sentence of trust. A weekly reset where you tidy surfaces and tidy sounds. Delete what drags you into the pit. Refresh what lifts you into promise. Post a short house liturgy where all can see, love speaks here. We do not entertain what breaks our peace. We choose content that respects our souls. This is not legalism. This is love with a gate. If you stumble and let chaos play for hours, do not spiral into shame. Authority is quick correction. Midstream you can say, I sense my peace fraying. Let's choose something different. Turn the tide without apology. Your willingness to pivot trains your home that peace matters more than finishing an episode or winning an argument. Heaven celebrates small turnings. Now, child, after cleansing comes covering. Invite me to fill what you have emptied. Stretch your hand toward your screens, your speakers, your shelves, your walls, and say with me in a whisper that carries weight, Lord, I dedicate these to your peace. Let only what honors you take this space. Let these instruments carry healing, truth, and joy. Where there was agitation, let there be rest. Where there was mockery, let there be kindness. Where there was fear, let there be courage wrapped in calm. I sanctify your touch. I answer this prayer. Consider setting one gentle sound to guard the night, a low instrumental that does not crowd sleep, or a recorded reading of comforting words that remind your heart, I am near, or welcome silence like a blanket and trust that the quiet is not empty. I will occupy it. Whichever you choose, know this. I keep watch. You do not have to scan the darkness. Tonight will end with covering, not with clamor. My beloved child, you are learning to curate climate like a steward of holy air. Remember this truth and let it govern your choices. What you allow to play in your home will shape what stays. Choose what carries peace. Choose what tells the truth without terror. Choose what teaches tenderness without weakness. Choose what makes hope believable to little ears and to your own tired heart. I am not far. I am here, smiling over your obedience, breathing with you as you reset the soundtrack of your sanctuary. We are almost ready to seal the night watch. You have opened the door to peace with your voice. You have quieted the air by cleansing sound and sight. Now I will cover what you have cleansed and keep what you have dedicated. Rest your hands a moment and feel the softness returning to your home. Breathe. I am with you, and I will protect what you have entrusted to me. My precious child, pause right here. The night is drawing its curtain, and I am standing at the edge of your bed with a gentle command. Rest. Do not ignore this moment. This is the appointment I scheduled for you, tonight, not another night. You have tended the air, you have trained your voice, you have curated sound and sight. Now let me keep watch. You do not need to patrol what I already guard. Listen closely. I know what nights have done to your mind. I have watched the replays run in circles, the what-ifs multiply in the dark, the creaks of the house echo like questions, the small noises awaken old fears, the sudden stillness make your heart race. I saw the way you learned to scan shadows, to count the minutes until dawn, to carry the whole house on your chest. Hear me. That labor ends tonight. You are not the sentinel of this life. I am. Your obedience in this moment will unlock the rest you have been chasing. Breathe, child. Place your hand upon your chest. Inhale slowly with me, to a count that does not rush. In for 4, hold for 4, out for 6, again. Peace in, tension out, again. Feel your body answer your breath. Feel my presence answer your body. Now lay your hand on your pillow. Let's bless where your head will rest. Say with me, simple and slow, this pillow is a place of peace. My thoughts will uncoil here. My dreams are guarded. My brain releases the day. My jaw unclenches. My breath remembers its rhythm. I welcome the kindness of God into my sleep. Now run your fingers along the blanket or sheet. Speak with me. This bed is a sanctuary, not a battlefield. No replay, no regret, no recrimination will lie with me. Weariness you may settle and go. Shame you may not enter. The whisper of the Lord will be the last sound I keep. Walk with me, if you can, to the doors and windows, or picture them if you need to remain where you are. Place a hand on the front door again and the windows closest to where you sleep. Your touch, sanctified earlier, is enough. Say with me, Lord, I bless these thresholds. Let only what serves peace cross. Let threats be turned away. Let accidents be averted. Let our home rest under angelic watch. Anxiety, you have no access. Intrusion, you are forbidden. Confusion, you cannot cloud this night. The watch belongs to the Lord. Now speak names. Whisper them, one by one, like pearls you place in my hands. Bless your children by name, your spouse or partner if you share your life, your parents, your roommates, those you love who are sleeping under other roofs. Say their names and speak life. I bless name. I speak calm over their nervous system. I cover their dreams with hope. I shield them from torment and from night terrors. I ask for deep, restorative sleep. I declare that they wake to new mercy and gentle strength. Where there has been restlessness, let there be stillness. Where there has been fear, let there be courage, wrapped in calm. Where there has been distance, let tenderness return. Let laughter greet the morning. If grief sleeps in your house tonight, if sickness groans, if loneliness aches on the edge of the bed, do not hide it from me. Say it plainly, Lord, here is my ache, hold it as I sleep. I heard every word, saw every tear, and carried you through every difficult night. I will do it again. You are not too late. You are not too broken. Your future is secure because I have already written every chapter. Hear me. You are not vulnerable to random ruin. Not tonight, not tomorrow. I am the author of your story, and I do not scribble in panic. I order your steps in daylight and number your breaths in the night. Trust me to keep what you cannot monitor. Child, let me correct you in love. Your safety is not found in perfect rituals. Your home is not kept by saying every word exactly or by touching every corner just so. These steps are not charms, they are agreements. They neither replace me nor manipulate me. They align you to me. If you forget a sentence or if your voice shakes, you are not less covered. It is my presence that protects you, my faithfulness that stands at your doors. What you are doing is placing your heart in my hands again and teaching your atmosphere to remember what I already am. Keeper, Father, Guard, Peace. Now make a gentle exchange with me. Name the things you have been carrying and place them down. Say, I lay down today's conversations. I lay down future outcomes. I lay down unfinished lists. I lay down worries about money, about work, about family, about my own worth. I lay down the fear that I will miss something unless I stay awake. I lay down the fear of being surprised by harm. I lay down the belief that peace is rare. I receive my inheritance of rest. I receive the gift I cannot earn. I receive the watch of the Lord. Turn your screens face down or to another room if you can. Let the last light you see be soft. If you need a sentence to close the day, take this one. The Lord is near. I will sleep in His care. Whisper it 3 times, softer each time. Let the words settle deeper than thought, deep enough to cradle your body. If you wake in the night, do not panic. Do not start the patrol again. Stay where you are and breathe the same slow breath. Say, I am watched. I am held. My heart can be quiet. If a fear image rises, picture my hand over your doorway, my light like a blanket, angels at the edges of your property and windows, and your bed like still water I lead you beside. You are not pretending, you are remembering. My beloved child, some of you wonder, but what about the noises? What about the headlines I can't forget? What about what could happen? Hear me. I keep vigil when you sleep. I see the things you cannot see. I cut off lines the enemy tries to lay. I speak to the foundations of your home. I secure the unseen. I spread peace like oil over the hinges of your doors and over the hinges of your heart. You are not alone in a silent house. You are accompanied in a kept house. Before you close your eyes, bless tomorrow from here. Say with me, I bless my morning before it comes. I will not wake into dread. New mercy will meet me. Wisdom will order my steps. Kindness will lead my words. Provision will flow without fear. Problems will not own me. They will meet me and find answers. I will walk in the chapter God has already written. Now I seal what we have done tonight. Place your hand once more over your heart, then open your palm as if handing me your keys, your concerns, your care. Say, Father, I surrender the night watch. I agree with your peace. I agree with your protection. I agree with your presence. I rest under the smile of God. I rest under the strength of God. I rest under the sovereignty of God. Let everything in this home come into alignment with your peace. Stay here in the hush a moment longer. Feel how the air settles when you surrender. This is not an empty quiet. This quiet is occupied. The watch is mine. Peace is your inheritance, not a rare visitor. And now, my child, we will gather every step we have taken. Breath that calmed your body, prayers that reclaimed your rooms, forgiveness that closed the open window, declarations that trained your atmosphere, cleansing of sound and sight. And this night, watch we have sealed, and we will offer the whole home to me in one unbroken cleansing prayer. In the next breath, you will not need to stitch a dozen phrases together. You will simply yield, and I will fill. Prepare your heart. We are about to pray, and I am about to pour. My precious child, now let your mouth agree with me. Breathe once, slow and deep. I am near. Say with me, and let these words become the posture of your home. Father, I bring this home to you just as it is. Rooms that have known laughter and rooms that have known sighing. Corners where joy gathered and corners where heaviness lingered. I do not hide what feels heavy. I do not pretend the weight is not real. I acknowledge it before you without panic, without shame, without blame. I lay the strain of these walls at your feet. The raised voices, the silent treatments, the sleepless watches, the tight chests. the anxious scrolling, the worries about bills and bodies and futures. I will not make peace with heaviness. I will make peace with you. Cleanse this home, Lord. Cleanse it in the air, in the habits, in the history, in the unseen patterns that taught our atmosphere to brace. Father, I start with my breath. Peace of God, come first to my body. As I inhale, I receive your nearness. As I exhale, I release my grip. Settle my nervous system under your hand. Slow my heart to your cadence. From this calm place I speak not from fear, but from authority given by your love. I agree that this home does not belong to dread. I agree that panic is not my portion. Lord, I welcome you again into every room, every hallway, every threshold, every hidden place. I dedicate doorways and windows, floors and ceilings, cabinets and closets, screens and speakers, sinks and tables, beds and pillows, desks and doormats. Let your rule rest here. Let your spirit fill here. Be Lord over the living room where we gather, the kitchen where we share, the bedrooms where we sleep and dream, the entry where we arrive tense and leave lighter. Let your presence be the most familiar presence in this house. I reclaim ownership in you. I declare that no other voice governs this space. No fear, no bitterness, no strife, no torment. Only the voice of the shepherd will define our days. Father, I find the open windows where bitterness has been breathing through. Show me where resentment has crouched, where offense has made a bed, where sarcasm has become our easy language, where comparison has soured gratitude, where old hurts still echo. I do not argue with conviction. I thank you for it. I close those openings now with confession and truth. I admit my part without excuses. I say aloud, bitterness, I evict you. Resentment, I release you. Contempt, I break agreement with you. I will not feed you with rehearsed narratives. I will not rehearse injuries to feel strong. I will be strong enough to forgive. Lord, I release the record. I forgive what still echoes in the walls. I forgive the words that were weaponized. I forgive the silence that felt like punishment. I forgive broken promises, forgotten chores, delayed apologies, disappointments that seemed small but stacked like bricks. I forgive myself for the standards I missed, the harsh replies, the days I numbed out, the stress that leaked into my tone. I forgive those who left and those who stayed but withdrew. I forgive those who did not know how to love me well yet tried their best. I forgive those who did not try. Father, I place these debts into your hands. I cancel them not because they were light, but because your yoke is light and I choose it. I close the door heaviness used. Where memory stings, let healing flow. Where trust broke, let rebuilding begin. Now I renounce fear. I cut ties with false stories that say harm is inevitable, closeness is dangerous, and joy must be guarded against because it always turns. I speak to the storm and to the habit of scanning for it. Peace, be still. I declare that dread will not run my calendar nor manage my bedtime. I reject partnership with nightmares and night terrors. I cast down imaginations that exalt themselves over your kindness. I enthrone your goodness over my expectations. Father, I step out of survival and into your shelter. Fill, Lord. Fill what I have emptied. Fill the quiet with your voice. Fill the rooms with your peace. Fill the routines with your wisdom. Fill correction with gentleness. Fill decisions with unity. Fill our laughter with tenderness. Fill our evenings with calm. Fill our mornings with courage. Fill our conversations with patience. Fill our table with gratitude. Fill our walls with songs that heal. Fill our shelves with stories that dignify. Fill our screens with light, our playlists with mercy, our thresholds with welcome. Holy Spirit, saturate the air until stress has nowhere to sit and cynicism cannot find a chair. Saturate the air until children breathe easier, until spouses lay down arms, until singles feel companioned, until elders feel honored. Father, I ask for restoration, slow and sure, deep and kind. Where harsh words have trained our reflexes, soften us. Where misunderstandings have tied knots, untie them. Where tenderness went missing, revive it like a spring discovered under winter ground. Restore laughter that is not cruel. Restore playfulness that is not dismissive. Restore eye contact that says, I see you and I love you. Restore hugs that do not flinch. Restore rhythm to touch and tone and timing. Rebuild trust, Father, step by step, stone by stone, with mortar of honesty and long patience. Let apologies be sincere, frequent, and uncomplicated. Let forgiveness be quick, clear, and without scorekeeping. Let boundaries be soft at the edges but firm at the lines, drawn with love and maintained with dignity. Lord, speak healing over the stories that live in these walls. Heal the night of the argument that still glows at 2 a.m. Heal the corner where someone wept alone. Heal the doorway where someone left and someone stayed. Heal the chair where exhaustion sank too deep. Heal the desk where fear of failure sat beside effort. Heal the sink where worry washed dishes with clenched jaw. Heal the couch that heard secrets and bore shame. I say with faith, I heard every tear in this home. I saw every moment you tried to keep it together. I am restoring what stress tried to steal. Father, let that be our testimony. What stress took, your Spirit returns multiplied with gentleness and joy. God of order, give us wisdom in our routines. Show us small, sustainable rhythms that protect peace. A start of day with a quiet word together. A midweek pause to tidy surfaces and spirits. An evening window where screens rest and hearts exhale. A weekly meal that blesses the table with gratitude and safe conversation. Make our calendars servants of love, not tyrants of duty. Give us patience in conflict, the pause before reply, the willingness to hear what is under the words, the choice to de-escalate, the skill to correct without contempt. Give us gentleness in correction, firm where safety requires, humble where pride wants to perform, kind where shame wants to curdle. Teach us to discipline like you father us, clear, steady, restoring. Grant us unity in decision-making, not sameness of opinion, but oneness of spirit. Let us seek your wisdom first. Let us prefer one another. Let us value peace above winning. And Lord, cover our sleep. Keep watch over this house tonight and every night. Post angels at every entrance. Silence torment and terror. Let dreams be cleansed, imaginations healed, and bodies restored. Father, I intercede for every relationship connected to this roof, between spouses, between parents and children, between siblings, between roommates, between friends who visit. Dismantle the scripts learned in old pain. Replace default sarcasm with clean humor. Replace suspicion with curiosity. Replace withdrawal with safe pursuit. Train our mouths to bless more than complain. Train our hands to serve more than signal. Train our feet to walk toward one another when tension rises. Let the culture of this home be, we honor, we listen, we apologize, we forgive, we try again. Let our story be one of repair. Now, Lord, I dedicate the work of these hands and the provision of this house. Sanctify the budgeting and the buying, the planning and the fixing, the cleaning and the cooking, the learning and the resting. Protect our income, guide our spending, provide what we lack, redirect what we do not need, and position us to be generous without anxiety. Let provision come without panic and solutions come without strife. Keep us from the trap of overwork that empties our joy. Teach us to receive rest as obedience, not as indulgence. I bless by name those who live here and those this home embraces. I speak calm over their nervous systems, truth over their inner critics, hope over their timelines, healing over their bodies, clarity over their choices. I ask that the youngest here would learn what safety feels like, and the oldest would feel honored in the smallest things. I ask that single hearts would feel no less covered, that married hearts would feel no less free to grow, that weary hearts would find steady relief, that lonely hearts would find divine company and human kindness. And now I seal what you are doing. I close every door I open to fear. I close every window propped by bitterness. I reject condemnation and choose conviction that restores. I renounce shame and choose sonship and daughterhood. I refuse cycles that punish and choose cycles that heal. I cancel the lingering authority of words spoken in anger. I replace them with your promises. I place a blessing on these thresholds. Peace upon coming, peace upon going, peace upon staying. I set a guard over our speech. I set a guard over our screens. I set a guard over our nights. Father, I surrender this home into your hands, not just for tonight, but for the days to come. Keep the peace alive. Teach us to keep agreement daily with what we have prayed. Wake us to guard the tone quickly when it drifts. Remind us that peace is our inheritance, not a rare guest we must beg to visit. Let this be the address where your presence loves to dwell, where your name is honored without strain, where your kindness trains us day by day. I end with authority and with affection. Over these walls, these rooms, these hearts, I declare what is now true by covenant and by consent. This home is covered. This home is filled. This home is mine. In Jesus' name, amen. My precious child, listen closely. What we did tonight is not a fragile moment that fades by morning light. It is a covenant that becomes a cadence. Peace is not an accident. It is a daily agreement. I began the work. I will sustain the work. Your part is not heavy, only faithful. I am giving you a gentle rhythm, a pattern light enough to carry yet strong enough to protect what I have restored. Do not ignore this and do not complicate it. 4 touch points, 1 heart posture, breathe, dedicate, reset, release, declare. Walk this way with me and watch the atmosphere remain kept. Start at the morning. Before your feet touch the floor, put one hand on your heart and one hand open as if receiving a gift. Breathe with me. Slow in for 4, hold for 4, out for 6. Do this twice. Then say, simple and steady, Father, I dedicate this day and this home to you. Rule my thoughts, season my words, guide my steps, set a guard over our speech and our screens. Let your peace be the first sound in these rooms. I belong to you. This home belongs to you. I call this a 1-minute dedication. It is small by design, like a key that fits every morning. If you can, open a curtain and bless the light that comes in. I welcome new mercy with this dawn. My precious child, your obedience in this morning moment will unlock order. The rest of the hours cannot manufacture. At midday, pause for a gratitude reset. You do not need a candle or a choir. You need 60 honest seconds. Step to a window, a sink, a doorway, wherever you are. Place a hand on your chest. Breathe once. Name 3 gifts aloud from today. Not perfect gifts, true gifts, the meal you tasted, the text that encouraged, the breath that steadied, the task you finished, the strength you borrowed, the smile you shared. Then say, Lord, I return to peace. I release rush. I bless this house again. Gratitude is not denial, it is alignment. It does not ignore problems, it loosens their grip. This midday consent keeps heaviness from stacking silently into evening. Before the sun is fully down, or before you set the table, make a quiet forgiveness check. Walk a slow circle through your common spaces or sit in one chair and review the day without accusation. Ask me, show me who I need to forgive today, including myself. When I bring a face or a moment to mind, do not argue with it. Say, I release the record, I cancel the debt, I bless and let go. If the weight is stubborn, place a hand on a wall and say, "What echoed here, I release here. I will not carry it into the night." My child, this is not weakness, it is wisdom. Forgiveness at day's end closes the window heaviness would use to creep back in after dark. It does not erase boundaries, it restores breathing. At the bedroom door, each night, speak your peace declaration. Place your hand on the frame and say, "The watch belongs to the Lord. Peace rule this room. Fear, you may not enter. Accusation, you may not follow me here. I lie down and sleep in safety because I am kept." Bless your pillow and your breath again. If you share your bed, bless the one beside you by name with calm and restoration. If you sleep alone, bless your own body with warmth and belonging. Let this be the last office of your day, short but sovereign. With this, you agree again to what we sealed tonight. Child, hear me clearly. If heaviness returns, this is not proof that you failed. It is a signal that the atmosphere needs attention, not a verdict that the covenant is broken. Do not panic, do not spiral, practice, not perfection. Peace is a muscle trained by small repetitions. When the air thickens, return to the steps. Breathe to settle your body. Pray to reclaim your room. Forgive to close the open window. Speak peace until the atmosphere obeys. If your day unraveled and you forgot, you are not disqualified. I do not count missed moments against you. I invite you back into the next one. I am strong enough for both of us. I never left, not even once. I never turned away, not even when your patience snapped or your voice shook. Come back quickly. I am here. Let your identity anchor you when feelings fluctuate. Say it when you rise. Whisper it when you falter. Write it on a slip of paper if you must. I am not too late. I am not too broken. I am not too weak. I am chosen. I am covered. I am capable by His strength. I call you worthy. I call you loved. I call you mine. Your future is secure because I have already written every chapter. The enemy wants you to misname yourself by yesterday's weather. I name you by eternal truth. Agree with me and watch courage return to your chest. Build small helps to keep this rhythm. Set a morning alarm named Dedicate, a noon reminder named Gratitude, an evening nudge named Release, and a night one named Declare Peace. Put a note by the bedroom door frame. Teach your children the 1-minute dedication and let them take turns leading it. Teach them the forgiveness check with a sentence they can carry. I forgive and bless. Keep a short list on the fridge of 3 songs that calm your house. Press play when the tone drifts. None of this replaces me. It reminds you of me. None of this performs for my love. It positions you to receive what I am already pouring. My beloved child, do not do this alone. Share what you have learned. If this word found you and lifted your house, seal your agreement. Say amen aloud. Type amen so your own eyes see your yes. Share this with someone whose home feels heavy. Make your breakthrough a doorway for another. Stay faithful to the rhythm, and I will be faithful to sustain it. The peace you carry will not only rest on your home, it will travel with you to workplace and classroom, to vehicle and errand, to conversation and decision. Atmosphere is portable when your heart stays in agreement. Now, hear my promise and let hope rise. You are stepping into a new season, not a fragile high, but a kept way of life. Peace in your home that is not random but reliable. Clarity in your mind that cuts through noise and assumption. Softness in your heart that does not make you weak, it makes you wise. Rest in your body that becomes recovery, not escape. I am opening doors that long were closed to tenderness and trust. I am restoring dreams you believed were dulled by daily grind. I am teaching your rooms to remember me, and I am teaching your tongue to speak life as a native language. Walk with me in this simple cadence. Morning dedication, midday gratitude, Evening forgiveness, nightly peace. When you stumble, I will steady you. When you forget, I will remind you. When you feel nothing, keep the rhythm. I am working beneath feeling. When you rejoice, keep the rhythm. It will root what is blooming. Child, your obedience in these small moments will unlock the miracles I have prepared for your days. Let us not rush what roots must do. Let us be steady like dawn. Peace is not a one-night moment. It is our daily agreement. And I, the keeper of your home, will sustain what I have started. Breathe now and say amen. Then rise tomorrow into the same yes. I will meet you there.